So I have Carlos here with me, guys, everyone. So yeah, Carlos, tell me a little bit more about who you are and what you do for work.
I'm Carlos. I have two ecom brands. One of them does roughly 100,000 a month. The other one does the same. Been running them for about a year now. Yeah.
Awesome. So Carlos, I kind of want to tell the world how old you are. Like I think that would
Oh yeah.
surprise a lot of people.
So I'm 25 years old as of like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So how did you kind of get into like ecom at such a like young age?
Oh yeah. So I got into ecom like 3 years ago because I would see a bunch of YouTube videos about people
Mm-hmm.
drop shipping. Yeah, for 3 years I was going at it, didn't really do well at it. Tried like general store drop shipping, like all these different methods, organic, but I just found success with paid advertising, like trying to go for a branded approach. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
doing it for about three
Yeah,
years
man.
now.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people kind of get into that space, like kind of watching those videos of like gurus, drop
Mhm.
shipping, doing like Amazon FBA, things like that.
Mhm.
So cool. I mean, how did you hear about like our company and services?
Yeah, so I was looking around for some email marketers. I wanted to look for
Hmm.
someone young and like kind of aspiring to do it because we didn't really want to pay too much into it because we didn't understand the
Yep.
ROI of it. And then I saw your Instagram ad, so I thought I'd give it a shot. And at first, it's a little scary spending like a couple $1,000s on email marketing, but it was well worth
Yeah.
it, and the ROI was really there. So yeah, I just saw you guys on
Hmm.
Instagram, thought I'd give it a shot. It was really low risk because I think you guys had some sort of offer, so I just thought I'd give it a
Hmm.
shot.
Yeah, appreciate you for trusting in us.
Yeah, of
So
course.
Carlos, like what were you struggling with before, signing up to our service? Like how was the business like before, kind of hopping on into our email service?
I think if you don't have like a back end system for like emails, then your brand is kind of more
Hmm.
volatile. When you have emails, you can keep retargeting old customers and you can just kind of have like you have a list and then you can send out some campaigns and stuff.
Hmm.
So before it was not as stable. We've had in the beginning of the business, we were hitting like a couple $100 days and we like rarely get $1,000 days and then it started dipping below
Hmm.
again and then it was hard to kind of get back there. So we knew we needed to get some sort of change in to have more consistency. So really implementing a good email campaign or like email agency is was really good.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, could you share like the specific like increases in your, email attributed revenue?
yeah, so in the beginning it was a little rocky, but after like a month it stabilized to like roughly 30% of attributed
Hmm.
revenue. And yeah,
Awesome. So yeah, why did you decide it was time to like, bring on like an email marketing, agency? Were you guys looking like scale? You guys working like go all in?
yeah, I think the reason we got into it is just because we wanted to scale, and that's what we were just watching. And a lot of brands to get to that higher scale, you do need at least like email marketing, and just
Hmm.
finding someone who's like proper and knows what they're doing it is really hard. So yeah, I'm glad we found you, and everything's running smoothly.
Yeah. And have you ever worked with like previous agencies? Like how would you think that experience is like compared to us?
Honestly, we didn't work with any previous email marketing agencies. We have worked with like
Hmm.
some media buying, like for like Facebook ads, and we have had really bad experience with them. Just very
Hmm.
like inconsistent and not a lot of communication. So definitely
Hmm.
working with you guys, there's a lot more communication, and I see like differences in my business. So it doesn't feel like I'm getting scammed.
Appreciate it. And then how did, our service help you solve with, what you were struggling with?
Having constant campaigns going out for new product
Hmm.
launches, things like that has been really helpful. As the brand we're currently running has a lot of products coming in so often, like coming in monthly and so often. So just having someone able to consistently give out campaigns has just been really nice. Take some stress off me and my business partner's brand
Hmm.
because you can forget, and if you're busy, you don't think to like make these launches, and there's so many things to juggle. So just having an agency cater to that area is really like relieving.
So having like sort of like a trusted partner while you guys can like obviously, do what you guys do best, right? Kind of work on the business, build new products, build out the team.
Exactly.
Since joining, what have your business results been like since, kind of hopping on board?
Yeah, like I said earlier, honestly, just been more consistent. Not really stressful days. Like we've even on our Facebook end of things, like we haven't been launching any new ads for like couple months, and throughout that whole
Mm-hmm.
couple months, we've been pretty stable. And I think having
Oh
email
wow.
flows and stuff has been really strong, or like really helping us for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, honestly, just like the consistency, like we can kind of
Mm-hmm.
like chill out and not be overwhelmed with things. I mean, right now we are pushing out some new products and really want to get back into that like stuff, but it's
Yep.
just good to keep on the back end.
That's awesome. And then, in terms of like your business, what are some wins or milestones you guys achieved in the last like few months?
I think hitting like $100,000 a month was really
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I think our biggest day was like $6,000, which was pretty great. That was
Mm-hmm.
like Q4 or something. So
Mm-hmm.
right now we just really want to push for $200,000 in revenue this in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some newer products coming in that we did a little bit of market research where we think is going to do really well. But just having a team being able to put those into campaigns just gives us a little bit more confidence on the launches as well. So which will be great.
Mm-hmm. And then you guys are working on like the second brand and stuff too, so that's probably gonna skyrocket pretty soon here too.
Yeah, that one's going pretty aggressive. We have a lot of things like building out for that. We're gonna do like some new designs and like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just I'm not gonna say too much, but we have a lot of things planned for the new brand.
I'm excited to see. So, just a quick question for you, like, do you think like doing the second brand right now has been like kind of easier than doing like the first one,
Oh yeah,
or like
100%. I
scaling the
think
first one?
yeah, 100%. Because you kind of know what to do. So
Mm-hmm.
just hiring you guys off the bat was like a no-brainer. Just building
Yeah.
out the same teams. I think with successful e-com stores, you really have to have a strong team and keep in
Mm-hmm.
touch with your team and just know what's going on, and you just kind of manage, because in the beginning you're kind of doing everything but you're not really skilled at everything. You're kind of like okay at everything, but then if you take it to the
Mm-hmm.
next level, you hire people who are like catered and like really good at those certain positions. So
And then what is one piece of advice you have for other clients to get the most out of like our services?
I guess it's like telling every little thing you can about the business so you guys can
Mm-hmm.
understand, because then it just is more efficient and you're not going back
Yeah.
and forth with things. So just like laying everything out, having everything set up before working with you guys so you guys kind of have a better direction, because then it's just more, you're wasting
Mm-hmm.
more time in getting your flows built out and things like that. So just being very like
Mm-hmm.
prepared.
We really like working with you guys just because you kind of let us kind of guide the process and kind of trust us with like our recommendations, right? Like a lot of,
Yeah.
or like in the agency slash client space, a lot of clients like to like micromanage, and at the end of the
Hmm.
day, that kind of hurts like their results because
Hmm.
like they're hiring an agency for like their expertise, right? Like if you're
Hmm.
gonna be the one that's managing it, then you're not really getting the most out of like obviously what you're paying for us, right? Like we're paying for
100%.
the expertise, paying for like the ideas.
No, exactly. I mean,
Cool.
it's just like the ignorance. If you think you know more, then like you're not really gonna get anywhere. It's just more back and forth, right? Like I don't know much
Yeah,
about email
exactly.
campaigns and stuff like that. And there's weird marketing angles that I've seen brands do or whatever. And if just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean it's not gonna work. And it's always
Mm-hmm.
good just to test. And like if it's wrong, then you like you find out. But at least you're saving time on this back and
Mm-hmm.
forth. So might as well let you guys do your thing, see how things go. If it doesn't do well, obviously you guys are gonna like pivot into something else. So there's no point in just going back and forth unless it doesn't truly align with their brand,
Mm-hmm.
tone or whatever, right? So, but yeah, I get
Ecom
that.
is sort of like testing is the name of the game in ecom.
Oh yeah, you gotta get weird with it
Mm-hmm.
sometimes too. So
Yeah, yeah, test out strange stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
last question here, for everyone, what would you say to someone that is on the fence of, working with us? What kind of advice do you have for them?
I think if you're kind of on the fence, it's like you might as well just like try a month out. And if it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work out, then obviously you can figure it out. But in business, regardless of what you're gonna do, like you're not gonna find out unless you try something. So like you have to try everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna fail a lot and stuff, and things might not work, but at least you can burn that page and move on. So I think if you're on the
Mm-hmm.
fence, do a little bit more research and stuff. It's not good. It's not easy to find like a good agency out there for like emails and stuff like that. So try it out for a month. It's not a lot of risk. And then if it doesn't go well for whatever reason, then you can always leave. But I think it'll go really well if you have a solid brand and you want to scale and take it to that next level. Definitely, I would sign up.
All right, Carlos, I appreciate you for hopping on this call today. And yeah, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.